Zoom, and lucky to be living in an age where we can still function and work and communicate. I just think it's great. And I never believed for a long time that I could do actual therapy over online. And yet it seems that it works just as well.
Mm. Yeah.
And one of the things that's been come very clear to me because of Zoom and because of the internet is how much of who we are and what we feel is actually in our head. We think the amount of actual physical contact. I feel like I know Jackie. You know, she's been, you know, on this path with me on the creating the body health and happiness group. I know a few of you have been on it as well. But I actually feel like I know Jackie. I've never met you in real life, have I? And yet I'd like to think we're friends.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that we have, I say, a relationship. Don't mean in a carnal way, but I believe we've got a friendship and a relationship, which it shows that a lot of what goes on is not the physical. It is all in the mind. So nice to see you, Mark. I don't know if you can see Mark there. Mark and I and Naveed, Mark's a doctor, Naveed's a doctor. We're going to be doing these lectures from January. I imagine that you're all college members, and if you're not, you can sign up and join for a year free if you use my special code. I'm trying to think what it is now. Something.
Ready, I'll put it in the chat to everyone.
It's Freddie Jack Quinn 2020, I think it is. But it's out of date now. But if you're a member, you can attend all of those lectures that we're going to do. And Mark and Naveed, they say they're GPs. I think Mark might be retired now, but they're GPs, and they're also great hypnotherapists, and they use these techniques in their work. So I think the first one's on the 7th of January. If you just look at the college site and you'll see. So I'm just still promoting people, just make sure everyone's here and everyone can communicate if they want. If you want to just look at me, you can go on speaker mode. If you don't want to just look at me and go on gallery mode, that's probably the better way to be, really. Nice to see you, Joanne. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. Okay. Right, well, today it's going to be like a two-parter, if you like. Two-part serial. What the first part is going to be about just eliminating any stress caused throughout 2020. And it's been for me, it's been a great year in as much as I was going to say, because I haven't had to meet anybody, but that's not true. But it's been a great year because business-wise, it's forced me to work online and find different ways. And I'm sure all of you have had to adapt in different ways. But there is a lot of stress around. There still is a lot of stress around. I haven't been near another human being within 6 foot of another human being since March, apart from my wife and my kid. And they try and avoid me as much as they can. So, it's not as if I'm walking down a road like this, like a drunk, going around people. I'm more likely to get killed by being run over probably than COVID at the moment, because I'm stepping out in the road. But where there is a stress around, and we're all feeling it. So the first part of this is to just eliminate any stress that's been created, because they say that if you're worrying about the past, you're depressed, and if you're worrying about the future, then you're suffering from anxiety. And the truth is, neither of those things exist right here in this moment. I've been saying this for a long time, but nothing is real. And what I mean by that is when we think about our past, it's not exactly as it was, because our memory is not 100%. And even if it is, there's nothing we can do about it, because it's done, it's gone. It's in that void that stretches back to the Big Bang, and there's nothing we can do about it. And they say that all memory is constructed anyway. So if you're worrying about the past, there's really no point. It's done. And if you're worrying about the future can only be imagined, because it hasn't happened yet. And so we have to believe we have control over our imagination. So if we're going to imagine anything, which we are, we might as well imagine the best outcome, because either way, it's not real. So the first part of this is going to be about eliminating any of the irrational fear and anxiety you've had. And I'm going to emphasize irrational because there is still a threat out there. I live, as I've said, in this little tiny seaside town. And because we're East Yorkshire, we're in tier 3. Every county around is in tier 4. So in their wisdom, everyone's visited Hornsey thinking, oh, we can mingle on the beach and in the fish and chip queues. And that's what they've been doing. So there is still a threat out there. We still have to be aware of it. We still have to do what the medics and the scientists are telling us and take that precaution, keep our space where we can. If we're going to be inside with people we don't know, then use a mask, all those things. I don't need to tell you, it's been out there for long enough. But what we don't need is the irrational fear and anxiety that's been created by it. And our brain is going to do that because ultimately your unconscious mind, you can call it unconscious, subconscious, your brain, if you like, is ultimately geared for you to thrive. It will always be working towards you thriving, given the right opportunity. So in general, because it's the way we're geared, we tend to look at the worst case scenarios. That's how we protect ourselves. We look at the worst case scenario so we can defend ourselves against it. But by doing that, we're also creating anxiety that we don't really need at this point in time. And as I said, the way our brain works is that you can't do anything. If you've got a cup in front of you, you cannot pick your cup up without your brain doing what's known as shows me how much vodka I had at Christmas. Brain's gone completely dead now. But it runs a schema. That's the word I'm looking for. It runs a schema. That's right, Ron. The moment I mentioned picking your cup up, you had to have a drink. But the way our brain works, that's right, Amanda, everyone's drinking now. Look, I didn't even suggest you have a drink. But the thing is, the moment you think I'm going to pick that cup up, your brain will run a schema for it. Everything you need to do to pick the cup up and take a sip from it without spilling it and put it back down on the table, everything you need to do that will have been calculated and run in your brain before you even move the muscle. But it will be done out of consciousness. There was this bit of research, this beautiful bit of research, and some of you more scientific than me probably know what this research was. But some years ago, they put a guy in an MRI scanner, one of those scanners that you can see what's going on in your brain as you do it. And so they gave this guy a simple task. And the task was this: to press a button in his right hand or his left hand randomly. Whenever he thought about it, just press his thumb on the button. After 5 or 10 minutes looking at this guy's brain scan, they could predict which thumb he was going to press. And sometimes it was like 15 seconds before he pressed it, even though he thought he was pressing his thumb as he thought about it. The decision to act had already been taken place outside of his consciousness. So we can't do anything. Pick up a cup, think about next year, this new year now, think about what we're going to do, think about COVID without our brain running to an outcome. And as I said, generally, because it's always working to defend you, it normally runs to the worst case outcome. And so we feel anxious. But I want you all to remind yourself, if you're feeling anxious and you know it's irrational, I'm going to make that definition between irrational and a natural concern. But if you believe it's irrational, I want you to think about it, remind yourself that it's just your imagination at this point in time, and then decide to imagine it differently. Now, I've been doing this for a long time, and I know a lot of you have been on these Friday therapies with me and done some of my day stuff and worked with me on different things I do. I've been doing this for a long time, but I honestly believe this is what it's coming down to. If you're anxious, if you're feeling afraid, if you believe that to be irrational, even because we know when it's irrational, then what if, this is what I'm saying to everybody now, what if we could just imagine it differently? Just imagine it differently, picture it differently, and that would change your life. Because I honestly believe that is what it is. We can just imagine it differently. We can say, I'm going to stop imagining it in that way. because at this point in time, it doesn't exist outside of your skull. All of you who are looking at this screen at the moment, you could probably describe me to each other. But if for one moment, you know, Jackie had Ray's perception of who I was, or Mark had Nick's perception of who I am, it would be so different to yours that it'd be like psychedelic. It'll be mind blowing. Yet we think we're looking at the same thing. We think our perception is the same. It is not. And once we recognize, and this sounds a bit harsh, when I first said this to my son, he said, well, don't say it to anyone because it makes us seem less than we are as human beings. But the truth of the matter is that 2.5 pounds of gunk that is between your ears, that's who we are. Everything. Your personality, who you think you are, what you believe can be changed with a scalpel or a blunt instrument in an instant. That's how fickle it is. Yet we think this is who we are. But once we recognize that none of this stuff exists outside of our brain except as perception, then we can decide what we're going to feel. And I'm going to show you how to do that today. Because the thing we're going to do today is this. First part of this is eliminating any irrational fears and anxieties you may have or have been created by the past or of what you've been thinking about in the future. And the second part is about getting into what you want, how you want to feel, what you want to achieve this year. And this today, you know, when I said to my wife, I'm going to go and do this Freddie's Friday therapy at 4, she said, well, it's New Year's Day. You know, people don't work on Christmas, on New Year's Day. Well, I had to remind her that I never work. I haven't worked since I've qualified doing this work in 1990. I don't believe I've done a day's work since because I love what I do. I never get up in the morning and think, oh, I've got to go to work today. So I had to remind her that I don't work anyway. So, but this is the day when most people make our New Year's resolutions. And then a week from now, we've probably broken most of them. So I'm going to show you what I believe is the missing part when it comes to making resolutions or setting goals in our life. And you're going to do this in hypnosis, so it's going to be doubly powerful. You're going to get this. And I'm going to suggest that whatever you want, your body will carry out. I'm not going to ask everybody what your goals are because they're all different. And what I want would be completely different to what Sarah wants or what Joanne wants or what Elaine wants. I did a motivational thing years ago, and there may be 100, 200 people in the room. And we were talking about goal setting. And when we talk about weight loss and things like that, it's very generalized. And I said to everyone in this room, I said, I want all of you to take your shoes off, which is a crazy thing to say, and then swap them with the person sitting on your left. And I said, I want you to put those shoes on. And people say, well, that's ridiculous. Well, it is, but the chances of your shoes fitting the person sitting on your left, never mind your style, suiting their style, is so far out of reach for that to have happened. And yet we kind of pigeonhole what we should want when we set our targets and our goals. It's either weight loss, it's a financial goal, it's whatever it is. I want you to forget all that stuff. I want you to think about what you really want. And in a moment, when we do this in a while, after we've eliminated all your fears and limitations, I'm going to ask you to do this. And this is the missing part of it. If it's a physical goal, I want you to first, like we do, visualize yourself achieving it. But then this is the bit that's missing. I want you to feel into it. So don't just think, oh yeah, that looks good. I'll look good if I'm that weight or whatever it might be. If it's a financial goal, see that bank balance or whatever it might be, spiritual goal, emotional goal, you visualize yourself achieving it. But this is the part that's missing. I want you to feel into it. So actually step into it, feel what it feels like. And then you ask this question. And this is the thing I believe has been missing. How much fun is that? How much fun is that going to be when I achieve that goal? And how important is it to me? Because if you can feel the fun in it, if it's not fun, you're never going to achieve it. Because I said to you earlier, your brain is geared towards thriving. It wants you to be happy. How much more likely are you to want to go to a party where you're going to enjoy yourself than go to some lecture that's boring. You know, you're more likely to be inclined toward it. So everything about you, once you've set that and you've found out the fun in it, feel into it, say how important it is to me, and then just put it to the back of your mind, because your brain then has a clear direction and it's inclined, everything about you is inclined to doing it. So we're going to do this after we've done this anxiety elimination. So as I said, it's 2 parts. So you're going to have two 40 winks this afternoon. Get into it with me. If I can, I don't know, Ron might not come back from the first one, but I'll leave him in it if he's in it. He does enjoy it too much. But so, and is it Nikat? He's already gone. Look, he's already gone. He's there already. He's enjoying it too much already. I can see you there, fast asleep. Right, so I have that effect on a lot of people. So look, what I want you to do is this: get yourselves ready. You know how to do this. Get in a position. I'm going to run this wonderful. I don't think I've done it with you from the college yet. I've done it with the other little groups. I'm going to run this, and it's not mine. It came from Kaz Riley. She's a great hypnotherapist. She runs a course called Sexual Freedom Hypnosis. She does wonderful work with people. Look her up, Kaz Riley, and she does fantastic work. She's a great trainer as well. But she did this little thing. I did a course with her, and she ran this little technique, and I just think it's great. So I'm going to run it with you. While I do this, just put everything else out of your mind for a while. Some of you, I know, I'm going to say it because I believe it's true. The women here have probably spent most of the Christmas doing most of the work. If it's anything like my house, it's probably the way it is. So I want you to just think, okay, let's chill out for a while. And if you know, maybe I'm being a bit rude here. Maybe Ray does the cooking. I don't know, but you do. Yeah, excellent. I know my sons do as well. But you know, beans on toast is about my limit, and no one wants that for Christmas. So I want you just to get into this, listen to me, and just see how far you get into this. Look on this as total time out. And as I always say, listen to me if you want, but I don't mean this rudely. I am not interested in your conscious mind. Your unconscious mind will hear everything I've got to say. It will take from it what's needed for you to achieve what you want to achieve this year, okay? And just let go of any of your limitations. I will speak to the part of you that is responsible for that protective behavior, that part of you that reminds you of everything that could possibly go wrong. And it will communicate in some way. I will ask it to explain what it's doing, and it's obvious it's trying to keep you safe and well. And then I'm going to ask it to go to your creative mind and find other ways of keeping you safe and protected, but at the same time allowing you total freedom from any irrational fear and anxiety created over this last year or throughout your life, really. Why not limit ourselves? Any irrational fear. And then I'm going to ask it to take that new choice, integrate it into your body and your mind. And when that happens, I promise you, you'll be unable to experience any of those irrational fears and anxieties, okay? So you can move into this new year feeling great, ready to take on everything you need to do. So what I'd like you to do is this: just place your arms separately, place your feet separately. If you can, get yourself comfortable. Now, whatever happens next, that chair will support you, okay? No matter how relaxed you get, and just go along with me. I want you to do this. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, just allow your eyes to close. That's right. Only as quickly as you're ready to eliminate every irrational fear and anxiety that's ever held you back. Just for a while, nobody wants anything. No one expects anything. There is nothing for you to do but to relax. Start with those muscles around your eyes and allow your eyes to relax. Now I'm going to say some words, and I want you to repeat those words silently in your mind as I say them. So as I say these words in a moment, I want you just to repeat those words to yourself in your mind. I am completely calm and relaxed. I am completely calm and relaxed. I am completely calm and relaxed. My right arm is heavy and relaxed. My right arm is heavy and relaxed. My right arm is heavy and relaxed. I am completely calm and relaxed. My left arm is heavy and relaxed. My left arm is heavy and relaxed. My left arm is heavy and relaxed. I am completely calm and relaxed. My mind and body are completely calm and relaxed. My right leg is heavy and relaxed. My right leg is heavy and relaxed. My right leg is heavy and relaxed. My mind and body are completely calm and relaxed. My left leg is heavy and relaxed. My left leg is heavy and relaxed. My left leg is heavy and relaxed. My mind and body are completely calm and relaxed. Now, as you drift deeper and deeper into that wonderful state, you can experience separating from your body completely. The essence of who you are, that intangible part of your being, the observer, the passenger in that human form. Just for a while, the most incredible thing of liberation and freedom. You may even see your body in that chair as you drift away from your body as a mind. That's right. As you go deeper, deeper, deeper down into hypnosis now, every muscle, nerve and fiber relaxed in that chair. Like you've had a bliss anesthesia. Nothing bothers you, nothing affects you, nothing disturbs you. All that matters now is you and the sound of my voice and that feeling of freedom. Deeper, deeper down. Imagine you're dropping down toward that place of bliss. Imagine it's happening automatically. Imagine there's nothing you can do about it just for a while. And just when you think you've reached the ultimate state of bliss, my voice is going to take you 10 times deeper. I want you to enjoy every moment. As you drift in that space, my voice, my words are going to drift with you to become a part of your experience now. Everything I say now becomes your reality. Every suggestion I give you, your mind and body will act upon at a molecular, cellular, neurological level is now your reality. Because you have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. And that unconscious mind, the back of the mind, can continue to hear, to understand, respond to those things I might say without the need for you to do anything at all. It's so much easier for the conscious mind simply to relax and enjoy that letting go. That's right. Letting go even of the effort it takes to make the effort that it might take. To tell the exact position of arms, legs, or the entire body now that seems to drift through time and space. That wonderful free floating place of effortless relaxation and letting go. Allowing events to occur in their own time, in their own way, as you drift as a mind. And that mind drifts without boundaries, without borders, without limits. And the unconscious mind can allow that drifting to occur, while the conscious mind drifts off, someplace else entirely, now. That's right, in your own time, in your own way, aware of events that occur along the way, as the unconscious mind utilizes that opportunity to alter your awareness and to continue that learning in whatever way is the right way for you. Learning that feeling of letting go, allowing the unconscious to assume more and more responsibility for guiding, directing awareness as you continue to learn, even more than before, about your abilities, your capacities to learn as you relax. As you relax and enter into the trance more and more comfortably, more and more effortlessly, more and more completely and deeply than before. I can wonder whether you're aware that you've drifted deeply into hypnosis. And as you drift even deeper, you can use your unconscious mind as an inner strength, a resource that you can learn from and really have an experience now. All that's needed to build a good rapport with the unconscious is to have a line of communication. Sometimes the unconscious communicates by movement. It may be that the eye reflex changes and the eyes flicker. That's right. Or the head moves slightly to indicate yes. Or a muscle twitches involuntarily. That's right. You can try and keep those eyes still when they flicker even more. It may be that the left hand moves all by itself and starts to feel lighter and lighter, starts to drift up and lift up, or the right arm goes even higher. Only the unconscious mind knows which it will use, because the unconscious mind knows more about you than anyone else. And so as your body moves, as you become aware of those eyes flickering, as those hands continue to feel lighter and lighter, as you go deeper, deeper, deeper down into hypnosis, I'd like your unconscious mind. Search through all things in your life. Pick those things that have been creating anxiety or stress or irrational fear that you would love to be free of. Something that no longer suits you, something you'd love to be free of, that's of vital and utmost importance to your happiness and your freedom. And when the unconscious mind's made that choice, that's right, I want it to increase those signals. Eyes flickering, head moving, body moving. That's right, even as you become aware of the movement increases. One thing that you'd love to be free of, that's right, breathing changing. One thing that's of vital and utmost importance to your freedom as we move into 2021. Something you'd love to be free of, something that no longer suits you, that's right. Body moving, hands lighter and lighter, eyes flickering. And as the movement continues, that's right, head nodding, the mind automatically moves toward those thoughts and ideas, images that clarify most clearly for you the very things you know and do that seem to get in the way. Awareness migrates toward things that need attention in the same way animals migrate, without thinking, without trying. They just seem to know when to go, where to go, what to do to take care of themselves. An inner voice, inner awareness that moves the birds, the animals from place to place, makes them restless. That's right, breathing changing, eyes flickering, body moving, that makes them restless, something not right. Draws their attention toward that uncomfortable feeling, sets them in motion. And they move hundreds of miles, thousands of miles, taking care of their young, taking care of themselves. No one knows how it feels to be a bird or a dolphin or a butterfly that suddenly knows the time's right for a change, suddenly knows the exact change needed. But we can relax. Imagine how it might feel to gradually, suddenly recognize that feeling. Something needs to change. It needs to change now. And to know without knowing what needs to be done, to be told without hearing, by that inner voice, that inner feeling to do this now, and to have actions flow from those feelings. Now I'd like your unconscious mind to hand over those signals to the part of you that is responsible for that protective behavior. That part of you that makes you aware of everything that could possibly go wrong. That's been keeping you safe and well from the moment you were conceived. And when that part's taken full control of those signals, I'd like it to increase those signals so that you understand it's taken control. Good. Now I'd like to ask that part to explain to you what it is that it's been doing for you, why you felt that anxiety and stress, why you felt those irrational fears. And when you fully understand at some level of consciousness what it is that it's been doing for you, I want it to increase those signals so that you and I understand that you know the reason. Good. That's right. Head moving, eyes flickering, body moving, hands lighter and lighter. Good. Now I'd like to ask that part to go to your creative mind. The part of you that dreams, that has ideas, that makes plans, that incredible part of you. And allow that wonderful creative mind to run and flow and work and come up with lots of new choices, lots of new ways of keeping you and the people you love safe and protected, but at the same time allowing you total freedom from the irrational fear and anxiety and stress that's been placed upon you. Allow you the natural concerns that everyone should have so you can be safe, but allow you complete freedom from the irrational fear, anxiety, and stress. Each time it identifies a new choice that it believes will keep you safe and well, but allow you that freedom, I want it to increase those signals. That's right. And even as you become aware of that movement increasing, that's right, eyes flickering, head moving, hands lighter and lighter, bodies moving. That's right. Even as you become aware of the movement, it increases 10, 20, 100 new choices. I'd like to reassure that part that runs that protective mechanism. It doesn't have to take any of the new choices. It doesn't have to give up the irrational fear and anxiety and stress. It simply has to go in, get lots of new choices. It's working brilliantly for you. That's right. And as you drift into that space, as my voice drifts with you, as you go even deeper, that's right, 10, 20, 100 new choices now. Now I'd like to ask that part to pick one of the new choices, the one that it believes will keep you safer and protected throughout these crazy times, but allow you the freedom to have the life you want. And when it's made that choice, the one that it believes will keep you safe and well, but allow you that freedom, I'd like it to increase those signals. That's right. And as that part does that, as you become aware of that signal, I want you just for a moment, think about the people you love, people that love you. And see those faces now. Feel that love right now. Now feel it like a burning hot sun in a summer sky. Shrink it down to a white hot nuclear powered ball of light as big as a golf ball. Pull that into the very core of your being, into your heart center. Feel it exploding out into your body. Feel it going to every cell, every fiber, into the very marrow of your bones. And feel that love and that light lifting you up and blasting out every dark cloud of every irrational fear that's ever held you back. And I want you to notice that love is so incredible, it cannot be contained in your body. And imagine that light and that love spreading beyond your body now. And imagine it rippling out to the very edges of the known universe. Feel that expansion in your body and your being, a totally new understanding of just how incredible you are. You are the most incredible creation in the known universe. There is nothing else like you in this universe. You are incredible. You are unique. There has never been a person like you before. There will never be someone like you again. You are unique. You are an incredible creation. I want you just for a moment to focus on your body and think about how incredible your body is. Focus on your feet. Just think for a moment of the places you've been because you've got those feet. Think of the people you've met because of your feet, the places it's taken you, the things you've experienced because of your feet. Think of your hands. Think of your hands now, the people that you've loved, the pleasure you felt for your fingers, and feel that love now. Just for a moment, appreciate yourself. And I'm going to say some words, and I want you to aim these words at yourself. You're going to repeat them like you did earlier to yourself, silently to yourself. I recognize the good within you. Thank you. I care about you. I want you to be well. Aim these words at yourself. I recognize the good within you. Thank you. I care about you. I want you to be well. Feel those words resonating through your body as that love and that light continues to spread out towards the edges of the universe, cannot be contained within your physical form. And understanding you are far, far more than you ever believed you were. Feel it now. Now I'd like to ask that part that runs that protective mechanism. Take this new choice, the one that it believes will keep you safe and safe, but allow you the freedom from the irrational fear and anxiety and stress, and integrate that into your body and your mind at a molecular, cellular level. Do it now. And feel that expansion now. Feel that lightness of being. Feel that love flooding your body. That's right. And from today, no matter how hard you try, you will never experience those irrational fears and anxieties again. The harder you try to remember what it felt like to be anxious or afraid or stressed, the more calm, the more peaceful, the stronger you become. Feel it now. I know you're going to enjoy being happily unconcerned, unable to remember to be stressed or anxious, because now you're going to enter every day knowing you are loved, knowing you are incredible. Feel it now. Go with your unconscious often as you need to know that you're free. Free to move into this new year, free of every ounce of stress and anxiety that's put upon you. You'll recognize that when you're anxious about the future, you'll realize it's just your imagination, and know that you have control over your imagination. And you may as well imagine the best outcome, because either way, in this moment, it is not real. And there is only this moment and the next moment. Nothing else exists. Go over your unconscious often as you need to, because in a moment I'm going to count to 10. And every suggestion I've given you, your body and mind will act upon. On 8, your eyes will open. You are going to feel incredible. Like you've had a ton weight lifted. Like you've had the shackles removed. The blinkers removed. You're going to see things differently. You're going to enter this new year with a new understanding about your worth and your value. You will take care of yourself. You'll be kind to yourself because you are worth it. On 10, that feeling of empowerment, that feeling of love is going to grow stronger day by day. So get ready. 1, feeling absolutely wonderful. 2, to achieve what you want to achieve for yourself and do it fearlessly. 3, a feeling of freedom from every irrational fear and anxiety that was ever placed on you. 4, feel the force of that energy and love flooding your body and your mind. 5, feeling incredibly alive now. 6, 7, 8, eyes opening, feeling absolutely incredible. 9, 10. Hey, excellent. Okay, well, I'll let you just recover slightly. And then we're going to focus on where you want to be this year. And I want you to do this while we're letting everybody kind of get back to kind of some kind of normality. I want you to think about something you'd love to achieve this year. And I want you to put the word realistic out of your mind. Just for a moment. If it's a physical goal, realize that there are only 2 questions when it comes to physical goals. That is, how badly do I want to look or feel that good? They're the only 2 questions. How badly do I want it? And I want you to think about it, because we all have our physical goals. And if you have got a physical, I want you just for a moment to close your eyes and picture yourself having achieved it, and give yourself enough time. So, you know, if you want to lose 3 stone, don't say I want to do it by next week, unless you want to cut an arm off or a leg off or something. You might be able to do it that way. But other than that, just say, you know, give yourself a time. So how it's got to be a kind of smart goal. You know, it's got to be measurable, and all those things. I can't remember what it means now, SMART, but anyway, you know those SMART goals. So to picture yourself having achieved it, and I want you to do this, just picture yourself having achieved it. Let's go for a physical goal first. We might as well. And then just feel into it. So picture yourself having achieved it, let go of your limitations, feel into it. How much fun is that going to be? How much fun can I create having made that happen? And how important is it for me to achieve it? Just think about it for a moment and just get that, feel into it though, really feel into it. How much fun is it? How much fun is that going to be? How important is it for me? Okay, I'm sure you've all got that now, so you can just open your eyes. Okay. And I want you to do this with every goal that you have. And as I said, we can say, and we can make excuses, we all do. Well, what's the point? My husband eats potatoes, my boyfriend buys me chocolates, all the women in my family are big boned. I've heard all those excuses. I'm too old, who cares? But really, it's about ourselves. And I want you to focus. So when I do weight loss with clients and I say to them, I want you to write out all the reasons for losing the weight, but they must all start with I will or I can. So I'll feel great, I will look great, I'll have more energy, but I'll make love with the light on, all that kind of stuff, make love without passing out, whatever it is, but I will, okay? Someone said to me once, well, that sounds so selfish, I will. It's I said, the thing about this is though, if we're feeling great about ourselves and we're fitting well, everyone around us is going to benefit. And it does. So I would ask you in just for this next kind of 15 minutes or so, to just be a bit selfish. I'm hoping after that last little session we had that you have a great appreciation of your body and just how incredible it is. I know we've got medical science, so I know we can replace bits, but let's think about this as being the only one we're going to have. And so let's look after it in the same way we'd look after a really nice car. We would put the right fuel in it. We'd get it maintained and think about ourselves in that way. I see this as transport anyway. And I understand that people judge you by your transport, but it's not who I really am. When we did that work earlier, I hope you all had the experience of drifting away from your body, the essence of who you are, that intangible part of you. I don't know if we're not our names, something that was given to us, and we're not our thoughts, because how many of you know what you were thinking 3 thoughts ago? How many of you know what you're going to be thinking 3 thoughts from now? We're not our thoughts and we're not our body. The essence of who we are exists somewhere within this human form. But I understand I need this. For me to communicate, I need this physical form. For me to be able to move, I need this physical form. But I don't believe it's who I am. And once we can get that separation, then we can change the way we think and the way we feel. So I want you to do this. I'm going to give you another experience here today. I don't know if I've ever done this with a group of you anyway. Have another experience of hypnosis. It's going to be much quicker. Hope you enjoyed the last experience. This is going to be much quicker. And I'm going to ask your unconscious mind, I'm going to ask you to think about where you want to be. And then I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to make it happen. So before you do this, be careful what you wish for, because you will find yourself just moving toward it without even thinking, okay? Now, again, whatever it is, whether it's physical, financial, spiritual, emotional goal, make sure it's fun. Step into it. How much fun is that? How much fun can it be? How important is it for me? And make it fun. It's again, when I'm talking about, I know we're not talking about weight loss here, but when I talk to my clients about weight loss, we set a target, maybe like 1 kilo a week of weight loss. Well, £2 a week, £1.50, £2 a week. And we make it time bound. But I say to them, if it's not fun and if it's not enjoyable, do not do it, because it won't last. Find a way of living is what I say to my clients. Find a way of living that's fun and enjoyable to do. So when we get to where you want to be, you can stay there. Anyone can cabbage soup diet for 6 months, scare off the neighbors, ruin your relationships. But anyone can do that for 6 months. But sooner or later, you've got to eat properly. So just find it. It's not just this, but everything in our life. Become a connoisseur. So if you're going to eat, taste it. Most of us don't. We just woof it down. If you're going to have a glass of wine, then be a connoisseur. Try and get the plums of autumn and the leaves of summer and all the stuff they talk about. I'm going to say Jilly Goodman, but that was a few years back, wasn't it? When she was the wine expert. But yeah, show my age. But, you know, get into it. Not just your wine, not just your food, but the people around you. Become a connoisseur. Start to appreciate everything as we move into this next year. Let's see what we can squeeze out of it. And we can, if we just take a step back, we can find the joy in pretty much everything. So we're going to get back into hypnosis. It's going to be a little bit different, and I hope it's going to be a bigger experience for you. I want you to do this. I want you to place your hand about 3 inches from your face, just slightly above your eye line. So you're looking up at your hand, about 3 inches from your face. And I want you to focus on a line or a spot on your hand. And as you do that, you're going to feel that hand starting to move towards your face. Imagine it's happening automatically. And in a moment, as you notice the changing focus of your eyes, close your eyes. And that hand touches your face, as it will in a moment. Your body and mind will drop into the most profound state of hypnosis. That's right. As your hand touches your face, your body and your mind will drop into the most profound, deep, deep state of hypnosis now. That's right. Deeper, deeper, deeper down. Every muscle, nerve and fiber, even deeper than before. That's right. And as you drift in that space, that's right. Hand drifting down, body drifting down. As you drift into that wonderful space, I want you just to let go of any limitations and think of something you'd love to achieve in 2021. Just think about something you'd love to achieve. Let go of any limitations and see yourself there, having achieved it. And I want you to notice the way you move and the way you breathe. Go and step into that body, feel what it feels like to have achieved it. And feel how much fun it is to have achieved it. To look back to now and think about the things you did that led to that wonderful feeling of fun. How much you can increase that fun. That's right, feel it now. Step into it and feel it. Feel how much fun that is. And then ask yourself the question, how important is it now for me to achieve that? And as you feel that now, as you see yourself there, I want your unconscious mind, the part of you that's responsible for achieving your goals, to make whatever changes are needed at a physical level, an emotional level, psychological level that will allow you that freedom to achieve it. Because now you know where you're going, and now you know how good you'll feel when you get there. There is not a force on this planet that's going to keep you from achieving that goal. Imagine it's happening now. Imagine those changes are taking place now at a molecular level. Imagine there's nothing you can do about that. Even if at first you have to pretend it was something that was said to me, something that was done to me. I really have no choice. And your body and mind is working towards it. You have a right to be happy. You have a right to be well. And you are going to exercise your right and your privilege to be happy and well, because you are worth it. Feel that love once again that you felt earlier, and feel it once again, just flooding your body and your mind. And understand that you can make changes at a physical level. I'm going to ask your immune system, the part that's responsible for that automatic healing ability. I'm going to ask it to ramp up your immune system to keep you safe, to make whatever changes at a molecular level that will allow you to be safe and allow your immune system to be stronger for you. And you may become aware of certain sensations in your body as that happens. A feeling of well-being sweeping through your body now. It's going to stay with you. It's going to grow stronger day by day. You have the resources within you. You have that natural healing ability. You don't even have to think about it. You just have to focus on where you want to be. I'd like your unconscious mind to make all those changes now. And just step out into that future self and step into that body and feel how much fun that is. Look back to now, notice the things you did along the way that led to that wonderful feeling. And as those changes take place, once again, I'm going to count to 10. And every suggestion I've given you, and you've given yourself, I want you to suggest it to yourself now. Just say, I want my unconscious mind to make this happen for me. In your own mind, just say it. Give it that instruction now. Because in a while, I'm going to count to 10. And every suggestion you have just given yourself about what you want to feel good, your mind and body will carry out. And on 8, your eyes will open. You're going to feel wonderful, like you've had that weight lifted. You can understand just how incredible you are. You're going to look after yourself, be kind to yourself, love yourself. And know it's okay to love yourself. On 10, that feeling of love, that feeling of freedom, that feeling of joy is going to grow stronger day by day. 1, feeling absolutely wonderful. 2, to achieve what you want to achieve, do it fearlessly. 3, a feeling of freedom now from every limiting belief that ever held you back. 4, feel the force of that love, that energy flooding your body and your mind. 5, feel incredibly alive now as we head into this new year. Think of all the wonderful things that could occur this year. Maybe incredible people you're going to meet, conversations you're going to have, meals you're going to enjoy, places you're going to see. Think about it now. Feel incredibly alive. 6, 7, 8, eyes opening, feeling absolutely wonderful. 9, 10. Okay, excellent. Great. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And I honestly wish you all best 2021. And we can make it, you know, we can look at anything and make it what we want it to be. We are in these strange times, but we mustn't let that affect our inner self. Let's find that peace we can find within us, find the strength we need within us, and find the joy and the fun more than anything else in what we do. I'm running, I don't know if you know, the Jacqueline Hypnosis Academy. I'm running some online training if you're interested in working with me. With 14 days free trial at the moment, if you want to do it, which would include the first unit of our diploma course, which starts on January 13th. So if you're interested in doing that and join us on it, yeah, so that's all I can say really. I'm running this creating the body, health and happiness group. So if you're interested in joining us, Jackie's on it. I think, well, a few of Nick and Ron and Alan and yeah, loads of people on it. Diana. So if you're interested in joining us, we're gonna have some little missions throughout the year, trying to get our bodies right. We had an 8-week run down to Christmas, which we all enjoyed. So there's Tess there. Hi, Tess. Moved to Cyprus in the sun. So look, if you're interested, join us. It'd be great to see you there. But whatever you're doing, enjoy this year. Stay well, stay happy, and understand how incredible you are. Be kind to yourself. Show yourself a bit more love because you're worth it. And if anyone doubts it, just say, Freddie says I can. If they say, who's Freddie? Said, don't know who Freddie is. Freddie says I can. And that'll sort them out. All right. Okay. Great to see you all again. I am running these every month. So we're going to have another, I think it's the 22nd of this month, if you're interested in joining me. And I'll see you all there. Thanks, Amanda. Amanda King organises all this stuff for the college. If you're not already a college member, use my sign-in thing, Freddie Jackman 2020, and you can get a year free membership. And then you get access to the lectures that Mark Chambers and Naveed and myself are doing throughout the year for doctors and for everyone, really. But join us then. All right. Love to everybody, and I'll see you all soon. Have a beautiful new year. Take care.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Bye.
Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
Yes,
And
thank
to
you,
you.
Freddie.
Nice to see you all. Bye.